Hi everyone, my name's Brad Dunn. I'm the Head of Key Relationships here at Westbridge Funds, and I'm joined here today by Mr. Alex Lambert, our Head of Commercial Funds. G'day Alex.
Hi Brad.
So today we're here to talk about our Diversified Funds series. They're basically one of our most popular funds, and so we'd like to talk about the premise behind them, the strategy, how they're put together, and everything in between. So let's get straight into it, shall we? Alex, let's start with the premise behind them all. Why have we been offering these sort of opportunities to investors?
The strategy behind the Diversified series is really to get that passive income stream and consistent returns to investors, and we work that through looking at various sectors, diversifying through those sectors, the geographical locations, and also the tenants. And underlying that, the fundamental point is to get a diversified income stream, to spread the risk across those asset classes into the sectors and locations, and also then just drive that tenancy mix to also have different sources of income streams from different businesses.
And what are the benefits for that?
I think the benefits are that diversifies your risk. Different markets at different times will have different strengths. So it's a supply and demand on where it might be geographically, and then varying tenants allows the opportunity to have ASIC listed tenants that have perhaps strong income streams, and then perhaps your more private tenants, your mum and dad type tenants that might pay slightly higher rents, but balance that out in the fund.
Okay, fantastic. So you've got a bit of an overarching reason of how we all kind of slot it together. But when you put it together in practice, what are you looking at in terms of the strategy for the types of locations and things like that?
In terms of the strategy, we're trying to identify markets where rents might be low in comparison to other markets where there's strong demand or there's a shortage in supply. Then we can focus perhaps on certain areas where a sector might have that strong demand, low supply. We think we're going to get growth over time.
Okay, example?
Example might be in our diversified fund, the original diversified fund number 1, we purchased some industrial properties in Victoria. There was probably a low land value and rents were relatively low at the time, and we saw that supply was starting to reduce, and a few years later we have got increase in land value, increase in property values off the back of that, and that was a sort of strategy we worked with our acquisition team at the time in putting that fund together.
Our investors were very happy with that. Industrial in Victoria definitely took a bit of a jump since that happened, so it was very well planned. So how does your approach to the asset and tenancy choice evolve as the fund progresses?
Good question, Brad. I guess effectively when we're starting a fund, we're looking for initial assets with long lease terms, so we've got that secure income stream to get that fund going, and as that develops and we've got a good weighted lease expiry, a WALE, effectively we then might look for some shorter WALE leasing where there might be a bit of risk. We can reset and add value over time. And it's balancing those expiries in the fund so that we don't have all expiries at the same time, and we've got that continuity in income stream.
Okay, actually that brings me to that first diversified fund you did with those Victorian assets. I know that further into the fund you also got the Ellenbrook Medical Centre. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, in that specific example, we had a good fund. We had 6 assets in there. The medical centre we bought after we'd had 3 or 4 assets in there with good lease and good security of income. We bought the medical centre with a very short WALE. We owned that for a couple of years in the fund, reset all the leasing, increased the WALE, and then we're able to sell that for just under 50% increase in value. And the proceeds were then returned to our investors in that fund. We've since renewed that fund with the remaining 5 assets on the back of the strong returns we've had to date.
Yeah, I know quite a few people that wanted to get into that, getting half your money back early and then kick on with a whole heap of extra income. That was very well put together, mate. Thank you very much for joining us, Alex, and sharing your insights.
Thanks, Brad.
It's great to get a behind the scenes look at how all these funds come together. So if you'd like some more information about any of these diversified fund products or any other products that we're looking to offer going forwards, feel free to join us on our website at westbridgefunds.com.au. Alternatively, you're welcome to give any of us in the Key Relationships team a call, and we'd be happy to take you through a one-on-one education session at any point. Thank you.